Yo, I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. In this video, I want to show you guys how you can save yourself a ton of money and a ton of hassle by never having to switch your gems for mutations ever again. If you're anything like me, every week whenever a new mutation rolls around, you're going to open up your map and you're going to take a look at the mutation and the modifier. So this week we have Eniad, that's ice, and then we have the Starstone Amrine mashup that is nature. So what most people do at that point is they choose one of these to run for the week, and then what they're going to do is they're going to go over to the trading post and they're going to buy a bunch of amber gems or whatever you're trying to buy in order to mitigate that type of damage, right? So if we go over here and we buy ourselves a cut pristine amber, for example, you're going to be looking at quite a lot of money. Right now they're listed at 300 per. You would have to buy 5 of these to slot them into your armor, which is 1500 gold. And then of course it even further complicates things whenever you have expeditions like the Eniad and the Starstone Amrine mashup, because Starstone Amrine has 2 sets of mobs. So does the Eniad, because you're looking at Ancients and Lost in the Starstone Amrine dungeon. You're looking at Ancients and Corrupted in the Eniad. So if you wanted to fully min max, you would then need to buy 10 gems so you can slot them into both pieces of gear to get mitigation in order to run the expedition, which can get incredibly pricey switching them out every week. And not to mention, it's quite a big hassle. So how do you get around doing this? Well, if you were to just slot your gems into your armor, we can see here we have a cut pristine aquamarine, and you can see that it does 6% ice damage absorption. Well, whenever you slot this gem into your gear, you would then get 30% ice damage absorption for that mutation type. Well, there is a better way. So what we have here, we have on our lost gear, and then we have on an amulet. I'm going to go into the details of this and show you exactly how this works. But as you can see, my mitigations here are 28.6% nature damage. So I'm only losing out 1.4% damage resist by using this method versus using the method of buying gems every single week. So it's a very minimal mitigation difference. I have been running M10s with this, and it works out just as good as if I had them slotted in my armor. Now, there are some people that go above and beyond and slot additional gems in their jewelry and in their armor to like pump their mitigation up even more. I think that might be a little bit overkill, just in my personal opinion. I think having anything above like 25% mitigation for that particular damage type is plenty. So having 28.6 like we have here, I think is fantastic. So how is it that we achieve this? Well, instead of buying gems and sliding them into your gear every week, this is what you can do. You can take your mutated set. We have our lost set on here, and you can slot opals into your entire set, because your opals are going to give you 2.5% elemental damage absorption. So that's across the board. For every single elemental type here, you get 2.5% elemental absorption. So we have those slotted into our gear, and then what we do is we get an amulet of the applicable damage type. So for this week, it is nature damage for the Starstone Amrine mashup. So we went and we bought a nature ward amulet, and as you can see here, nature protection, it says you take 10% less nature damage with this amulet on. You can then also have a nature gem slotted in here, so then that gives you 6% nature damage absorption, and then you have 2.5% for every piece here, which is another 12.5% total, which gets you up to your 28.6% nature damage resistance. So what this means is that if you go out and you invest in grabbing amulets that have the applicable ward or protection perk on them, and then you slot that same type of mitigation gem in there, so nature protection and then a nature ward gem into the amulet, and then slot all opals into your gear, you never have to switch again. The only thing you're going to have to switch out is your amulet for each run. So for example, if this mutation were to change to fire, for example, all I have to do is pull that nature gem out. We have our fire gem here, so Scorpion Stone. It's not 625 yet, but this is just so you get the point. You slot that in, and then there you go. Now you're set for fire. So now we instantly have 28.2% fire resist. We did not have to go buy any other gems. We simply switched amulets. That's all we did. Now you could make the argument that for this amulet you lose out on another perk, but it's pretty minimal, and it's going to save you a ton of resources and a ton of headache, because all you have to do is switch out this amulet every week. So then let's take a look if it switches to void. Well, all we have to do is put on our void protection amulet, and then there we go. We're at 28.6% void damage resist. We have the same gear on, the same weapons. We didn't have to change anything else except for the amulet. Didn't have to go buy gems. Didn't have to do anything. Saved ourselves so much time, so much effort, so much headache just by switching the amulets. So I would highly recommend just going and buying yourself some amulets, or rolling some amulets if you want to. You can buy some of these amulets for fairly cheap off of the marketplace. You can probably invest in a decent one for like 5k. And as you can see, just buying the gems alone for one expedition for this particular week, because there are 2 mob types in both the expeditions, would have cost you in the neighborhood of 3k. So a 3k investment for 1 week versus a 5k investment that's going to last you forever and is literally just one-click switch is pretty amazing if you ask me. So that's the trick. That's what we're using. I just wanted to share this with you guys. I hope this helped you out. I hope you found value in this video. I've been using this a lot lately, running all of my mutations. It's so easy, so clean, so nice. If I go to run a different mutation, I just switch out my gear, switch out amulets. I'm good. No buying gems, no wasting money. It is it's great. It works out fantastic, I think. So that's the video. That's what it is. I hope this helped you out. If it did, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And of course, come check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/BDLG. We're there every Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. CST. That'll do it for this one, boys and girls. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.